The person on your left is Georgia Farm Bureau Agency Manager Jonathan Gibson. Jonathan says the first time he met Paula Jane Lewis, he knew right away she was an impressive person. He also tells me traditionally, Dougherty County hasn't been at the forefront of telling its agricultural story. But in Paula, they may have found the perfect spokesperson.
I think that as an industry, agriculture is going through so many changes right now. Policy changes, different shifts in heads of leadership. I mean, we're electing a new commissioner anytime. So a lot of change coming in our industry. And so I believe it is paramount right now that everyone in the industry, myself included, my husband included, other farmers and ranchers, teachers, everyone who has a hand in the ag industry, it's our time now to speak up, to advocate for our industry, to show everyone what really happens in our industry and not to let lobbyists or policymakers who aren't immersed in it make those decisions for us and for our families. Right now is the time for us to shine a light on what it's like to be out here, what it's like every day, what we struggle with, what we thrive in. It's time now for folks to see that. And if I can serve in any capacity through this pageant just to shine a light on what Southwest Georgia does agriculturally, where we thrive and where we struggle, where we need help, where we need some a hand up from those who are here to help us, from those policymakers, from those lawmakers, from commissioners, from governors. If I can shine a little light on that, that makes it all worth it.
For those unfamiliar with the pageant, it's something that could definitely serve as Paula's platform should she be crowned Mrs. United States Agriculture. Since its debut in 2014, agricultural advocacy has spread throughout the United States, covering all ages. And although participants aren't required to have an ag background, the majority, like Paula, have impressive resumes and heavy involvement in the ag industry.
I'm proud to be representing Georgia and the diverse landscape that we have in the ag industry, and to really shine a light as a woman in agriculture, where usually there's not a really great space for us as we age in agriculture. And I don't think it's a sexist thing. I don't think it's a male versus female thing. I think that as women in agriculture, we have to learn to make our own lane. If there's not a lane for you, make one.
Right. Was your lane that, was the pageant and the title of Mrs. United States Agriculture, was that your lane?
I never saw it coming. This is something that kind of fell in my lap, and I decided to go for it. And so here we are, a month away from this national pageant, which I hope I'm prepared for. But more than anything, I look forward to meeting the other women in my category who are like myself, who have had to forge a way as women in the agriculture industry, to see what they do every day, to see how they approach it mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and how that feeds into their American agriculture story.
In addition to her incredible personality, another thing that stands out about Paula is the hair, something Paula takes a lot of pride in. The bigger, the blonder, the better, according to Paula. In fact, her trademark locks drawing comparisons to a country music legend.
There's a joke around my church about Dolly Parton, and while they don't pay me like Dolly, nor are my assets like Dolly, if I can pay homage to such a great woman, I will. We'll let that blonde hair just fly.
What is it about being outdoors? Is it being around the animals? Is it a service you're providing to the community? What keeps you going?
All of it. When you get to see so many facets of the industry, as I have been blessed to see, you learn to recognize every single part as a blessing. And there are hard days, and there are sweet days, and there are really long days. There are days that I don't get to see Max but for a couple of hours. But I know that the reason he puts his boots on every morning is for us. And I know that the reason I get up and do what I've got to do every day is for us. And it's also to show my children and the next generation what it takes to keep this world beautiful and spinning. And all we can hope is that when we look back, that we did right by every decision that we were faced with, that we were graceful to ourselves and to others, that we shared the gospel, that we fed our family, that we fed others, and that we were generous the way the Lord calls us to be generous, because He's given us much and we can give much to others out of that.